Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, there lived a man named Mr. Lobsterbutt. He was a peculiar man with a strange hobby that no one could quite understand. Mr. Lobsterbutt had a tall glass cabinet in his back garden, filled with a storage compartment at the top that housed a swarm of angry wasps. Every weekend, Mr. Lobsterbutt would wear nothing but a nappy and make his way to the cabinet. With a mischievous grin on his face, he would release the angry wasps into the air. The wasps, sensing freedom, would go berserk and start stinging Mr. Lobsterbutt all over his body. His next-door neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, would watch in disbelief from her kitchen window. She couldn't understand why anyone would willingly subject themselves to such pain. In a moment of panic, Mrs. Jenkins stuck her head into a deep fat chip fryer and started laughing like a madwoman. Meanwhile, Mr. Lobsterbutt would laugh, scream, and cry all at the same time as the wasps continued to sting him. But to him, it was all worth it. He loved the rush of adrenaline and the feeling of being alive. As the sun set on another weekend, Mr. Lobsterbutt would emerge from the cabinet, covered in red welts and with a huge smile on his face. He would wave to Mrs. Jenkins, who was still laughing hysterically with her head in the fryer. Answer: the strange and comedic tale of Mr. Lobsterbutt and his angry wasps continued, much to the confusion of the neighborhood. But for Mr. Lobsterbutt, it was just another weekend of pure, bizarre joy.